What's poppin', y'all? I am back at it again with another video. And bro, I know it's been a minute since I've uploaded, but look, hear me out. I've been in the lab. I got some heat for y'all. Just lock in with the kid, and I promise I won't disappoint. But I digress. Straight to the point. If you guys are familiar with my channel, and for those of you who are not familiar with my channel, my niche on here is that I find point and shoot cameras and I test them and kind of give them like a consumer review because I'm not really a spec person. And like that's my niche on accident. Like the thing is, I have been like testing out these cameras because I've had like this unspoken mission that I'm on to find the best budget friendly point and shoot camera because like I want to get into street photography. I really do. And like my current setup is a little too big and I like to be discreet and I don't really like to be noticed for real. Like I like to be in the cut like a little fly on the wall. And it's really hard with my current setup. So I have been looking for like budget friendly point and shoot cameras. At first I wanted to do film, but bro, film is high. Everybody's shooting film, and sometimes I just want to see like the photos I took that same day. So I decided to go ahead and to find a digital compact camera, and that, bro, I'm just gonna shut up and show you guys my brand new compact camera, all that good stuff. Now for the boring part, yeah, the review. So if you are big on specs and numbers and things, you can spec your way out of this video because I'm not a spec person at all. I am more of a consumer. Numbers don't really bother me unless I'm shooting in manual or if I am using film. Other than that, I do not really care about numbers or anything like that, especially on a point and shoot camera and what I am using it for. Okay. Cool. Gotcha. So, before I get into the likes of this camera, I want to talk about the dislikes because, like, let's get the negative out the way before we get to the positives. So, first things first, these are not deal breakers. These are more of things that would annoy you for real. So don't be like, oh, I'm not gonna get this camera because boo. Like, no, I'm not saying that. So the first major annoying thing is this little dial right here. I know y'all can't see because my camera refuses to focus, but right here there's a dial, and the thing about this is it doesn't trigger the ISO or any of that, like or the aperture, anything. What it does is it triggers the filters. Yes, this camera has filters, and I mean filters like the cool pics that dropped in 2009, like the MySpace filters. You wouldn't even have to send your pictures to Picnic or Photo Bucket at the time. Like, bro, you could just pop that bit on MySpace. It literally it's like those kind of filters. One thing I do like about the filters is it does have a black and white feature, and I like black and white. I like black and white because it causes you to be more observant when you're taking photos, and I kind of want to be more intentional and more observant when I'm taking photos because, like, I'm shooting digital already. You know, when you shoot digital, you go crazy. So I do appreciate the black and white feature. It makes me look at my subject different. It makes me look at the lighting different and the surroundings different and how things just align. And I don't know. I like the black and white feature. I might do a little video on it. I don't know yet. It's in my head. Another thing that I do not like about this camera is I'm not even gonna say I dislike it. It's literally a 50-50 thing because, bro, this zoom thing is crazy. This zoom lens is insane. I don't know why I call it a thing, but this zoom lens is insane, bro. And like that is one thing that I was on the fence about because I like to be discreet when I'm taking photos. I do not want to like be noticeable. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially the best shots are off guards, the best shots are when you in a cut. Like, I want to be as discreet as possible. And I was afraid that that would draw attention to me. And I did take it out to one of the second lines and I got real close up shots of my subjects and they did not notice and people around me didn't notice that I was just taking pictures, like, you know. So it was easy to have and it really wasn't a big inconvenience like I thought it was. It was really all in my head, and that's really the things I dislike about this camera. Now, the things that I like about this camera, first things first, again, my camera is not going to focus on the camera, but right here you read the words. Let's see if it'll focus. No, it won't focus. You can't read the words, bro. It's a Leica, right? It's literally like, I feel like in my head, it's like a cheat code. It's like a little budget-friendly Leica, right? You know, the Leica lens, if you're a photographer, you know that Leica is the hot camera right now. And because it has a Leica lens, like the pictures off jump are really sharp and they're easy to manipulate as well. Like when I took a lot of these pictures to Lightroom, it was so easy to like manipulate, kind of like film, but not really. Like, so I did appreciate, you know, Leica. Shout out to y'all for the fire lens. Another thing I like about it is that the zoom lens, when you zoom in really, really close, bro, the pictures are sharp. Like they're not pixelated, they're not weird or whatever like that. They're really sharp. So I do like that about this camera. One feature I don't really care about, and I probably should have said it earlier, was the whole is really the whole video aspect of this camera. Like, you have to remember this camera is still a point and shoot camera and it is only 20 megapixels. So like the video is not going to be like top tier. It's giving VHS. It's giving VHS. It's giving home videos. So if you were trying to go for like a home video aesthetic, you need some home video type BTS, Lord, B-roll, then I would say go ahead and shoot some videos with this. But if you're not trying to give like that nostalgic look or anything like that, I wouldn't go ahead and mess with it. I wouldn't vlog with this. So cancel that. It's not for this camera is not for vloggers. So if you're a vlogger, you're on the wrong video. That's my Sony video. Go back and look at that, not this one. This is strictly point and shoot. This is strictly something you would take to a birthday party, on vacations, or just to start off in street photography because, like I said, budget friendly. We not making YouTube money, so we can't go out and buy Leicas and we can't go out and buy these like Fujifilm cameras that's like $2,000 and stuff. Like, come on, bro. We on a budget, so we trying to keep it cute, keep it cute. My favorite feature on this camera would have to be the flash, because, bro, like if you want like nostalgia 2024, like, you know, if you know, like it's nostalgic, but the quality is great, right? Bro, the flash on this camera is immaculate. I love the flash on this camera. I love taking pictures. My favorite pictures I've taken on this camera has been from the flash. I love the flash on this bad boy. It is hard. It is great. And that's really it, man. I don't really have that much to say. Like, I can tell y'all the basics. Like, it has the regular little dial that every camera has. You know, you can put it in panoramic mode. You can increase the shutter speed. You can do all of that stuff on this camera. Like, it's really cool. I've never tried to shoot sports or anything like that on here. Maybe I might try, but right now I'm not. But I like the camera. It's cool. It's going to do what I want it to do. And you're going to see a lot more videos with me and this camera. Sorry, spec guys, again, if you thought I was going to drop some numbers. When I first was looking at this camera, that's all I saw was spec. And I didn't want anything spec. I needed some consumer stuff. Like, tell me, get straight to the point. Tell me, like, and that's what I'm here to do. Tell y'all, no vloggy, street photography. So I cannot close out this video without telling you guys the price of this bad boy, because, bro, like I said, budget friendly. Like, a lot of these good point and shoot cameras are going for like $1,500, like $2,000. And let's be real, like, it's cool watching, you know, your favorite YouTuber photographers shoot with it, and that's great. But it's like realistically, I ain't got the bread, so I need something that's gonna fall in my budget range. You know, my in my budget. Like it's gonna do what I needed to do, but not be $100 million type. You know what I'm saying? So, this camera you can get from 500 to 700, depending on where you get it from. They do have other models of this camera. I was first looking at the I know this is like the 200. I was looking at the 80 to 70 and 100, and I was cool with getting one of those because they pretty much had the same specs and they pretty much have the same features, but one of the main difference was the flip up screen. A lot of the older models do have a flip up screen. I'm not sure why this one does not, but I'm not complaining about it because I'm not using it for vlogging. So this bad boy right here, if you into street photography and you don't want to spend a lot of bread, I say get something from this series because Leica still makes the older models lenses, and I feel like you would get a sharp image. You would get a quality image and a bang for your buck. If you're lucky, bro, you can get this bad boy for under $500 on eBay. You just have to look and read, and you got it. But that's like I said, if you're trying to get into if you are trying to get into street photography and you don't want to pay that much money, but you want quality and you want something you can run through Lightroom, it's easy to manipulate. You can make it look like film. You can make it look like digital. It still looks high. Like I said, it still looks high quality. And it doesn't look like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you spend $500 on a camera and it look cheap. This ain't that. Like I said, if you're trying to get into street photography or travel photography, or you just need something on the go, this is your best guess. Happen. But like I said, no to video unless you want nostalgia. No to video unless you want nostalgia. But that's all I gotta say for this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you made it all the way through, I know it's been a minute. I'm already consistent, but I need to be a little bit more consistent, and you're gonna see that a lot this year. But will Lil Wayne say sorry for the wait? Is that Lil Wayne? I'm from New Orleans.
What it do? My name is Bayou Joe Brown. What I serve to the customers and my fellow family out here in the streets is my stuffed burger, stuffed with bacon, jalapenos, cheddar cheese, and shrimp. Feed up. I'll give you more than 2 scoops and a slide. I'll make sure that you enjoy everybody.